Hi, this is Anton from QuickTiles. Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple material with our plugin. We will make one version from the tiled brick texture and the other one from the whole piece of wood. This video covers only the basic and most important principles of QuickTiles. As you know, the plugin is available in the material editor in the list of maps, General. Add the QuickTiles node to a free space or to an empty slot if you are working in the compact mode. In order to create simple material, we need to make 3 steps. The first is to add what we will distribute. That is the original textures, tiled or solid. The second one is to tell the plugin in which pattern to put them. And the third is to make various additional settings. So let's get started. In the Tile Set Parameters section, we add an empty set of tiles and some tiles in it. The texture is added in the additional module, Slice Editor. You can use a library template or add your own textures. Load the diffuse channel and the rest are automatically recognized by the name. Next, you need to mark where the tiles are located. You can place them manually or use auto slice. And be sure to capture the gaps. This is necessary for their preservation and mixing in the final texture. When everything is ready, click the Done button. The next step is to create or select a layout pattern. You can select a pattern from the drop-down list of simple templates or from the library in the pattern editor, and also create it yourself. When choosing a template, pay attention to the base tile. The size of the other tiles will be calculated relative to it. For a better view, let's open a large preview. Now let's set the size of the base tile and the procedural gaps. In our case, you don't need to change the tile size, but we will set the widths of the procedural gaps to 0. This way we will tell the plugin that we want to save the original gaps that we captured in the Slice Editor. The third step is to make additional settings. But in this tutorial we will not change anything, just set a slightly higher resolution of the final texture. Check the other channels using the arrows on the preview. Now click the Update button to make plugin build the texture. In version 1.07, this also can be done using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+Space. Now let's create and configure the material. Add a mapping. Please note that while the large preview is open, the plugin shows us the final size of the resulting texture, height and width. Now let's add the displacement. Use 2D in V-Ray and 2.5 in Corona. And now render. Okay, now let's create the same material from the whole wood texture. Delete the tile set we don't need and create a new one. Add a seamless wood texture in the Slice Editor. But instead of marking tiles, we now show the plugin that the texture has no seams. To do this, enable the Plain Texture option and click Done. Now let's choose another pattern from the Pattern Editor library. Each complex one has a hint for the correct size of the base tile. Set this size and return the thin procedural gaps. Adjust the color of the seam in the procedural gap section, as well as its shape. And adjust the scale of the texture inside the container. As you can see, QuickTiles randomly decomposed the whole wood texture into a given pattern and correctly determined the direction of the long side of the tiles. Click on the Update, slightly adjust the displacement, and render. So this completes the second lesson. I hope it was useful to you. In the next video I will tell you in details about the slice editor. It was Anton from QuickTiles. Have a nice day and take care.